Hoo-hoo. I have a tarot message for you, and I got a little bit of a late start today. And then I was in the middle of reading and I got super distracted by the noise of a blower. I just can't with blowers, you guys. But let's get into it, okay? I already have the cards on the table. I did want to mention the Saturn-Venus conjunct that is happening now. This is the third time it's happening already this year. The first two times were January 18th and April 7th. Think back to those times. There is something within your relationships that is being shown to you. And the fact that Saturn did this little dance with Venus 3 times means that it's very important. There was a moment that it needed to show you what was going on. You needed to feel it, and then you needed to release it, okay? It's karmic patterns coming up. Now, at the beginning of the week, Monday, we started with the Odin rune, the All-Father, the Unknowable. This is the rune that talks about symbolic deaths. It talks about consequences, a need to take a leap of faith. And another aspect of this rune that I feel very much is showing up here is that as you evolve, your karmic lessons they evolve and change as well, okay? And let's get into the tarot now. So we start off with the Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers in reverse. Nine of Swords is upright, Two of Pentacles and the Lovers in reverse, with the Clarity card to bring in balance. So there is definitely a lot of anxiety happening in this union, in this lovership. I don't think that you guys are talking at the moment. I don't think that there is a lot of communication at the moment. But there is definitely a lot of energetic communication. And I feel like if not both of you, at least one of you is like going crazy, okay? It's like to the point where it's really hard to juggle anything in life, because this issue is very much taking up a lot of space, okay? With the Lovers in reverse, I see, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I see that this relationship has a balance issue, okay? Now, we've talked about the Lovers like in depth within these readings, and you know, they really mirror each other. The Lovers really are very much about a union brought together by the divine so that you guys can show each other a lot of different things, not just the light within you, but also the dark within you, okay? So that's why these lovers unions can be so intense, because not only do they shine like to you brightly everything that is good about you, and you project a lot of that goodness onto the other, but also a lot of the darkness, okay? And so with that Bring Balance card with Clarity, I see that there was something that kind of pulled one or the other or both out of this relationship, and the relationship got thrown out of balance. And there is a call to take action to correct this before the worst happens, which is that, you know, you guys don't have the opportunity to fix something. For some of you, you're way past this point. For some of you, you're probably right there at that point where it's like, we need to do something now. Okay, so at the core of this reading, we have the Two of Cups with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands in reverse, all right? So Two of Cups, this not only is a union that is meant to show you lessons, this is a union of harmony, of deep love, okay? Now, we did talk about the platonic and the familial, and so take it as it resonates. This could be someone that really like mirrors you, a family member, a friend. More often than not, the Two of Cups throws in that romantic, element. So I think that, we're really talking about a lovership here, a relationship. And it is very much rooted in love. your hearts are intertwined, and even if you're not talking, you're feeling each other very intensely, okay? But what is happening here with the Seven of Swords is that you guys are very much mirroring each other's worst fears. You're mirroring each other's trauma, and this is causing a blockage in moving forward. Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, you're not able to see the path forward because you're very much like in this mirroring effect, okay? And when this, my guess is that with all of this anxiety, you know, there's just no clarity in regards to communication, all right? The Swords cards just really throw in that element of like confusion, and it feels like, you know, with the guidance cards coming in, the Four of Swords, Mercury, and Page of Wands, that there could be a call to rest when it comes to communication for a little while, or you have not been communicating for a while now, okay? And the Four of Swords is very much about taking a break. And I don't know if I said this already, but, you know, I've heard that in order to reset a relationship, sometimes 30 days of no contact is the key. It's the medicine, because it gives the two people a moment to really go into themselves and process. You know, and sometimes one person processes emotions a lot slower than the other. And so, you know, it's that anxious, avoidant attachment dance that's no fun for anybody. But, you know, with the Mercury card, I feel like the element of communication is really, really important in this message. You need to really look at the way that you communicate, the way that you don't communicate, the way that you communicate with each other, and the need for that communication, okay? With the Page of Wands, I feel like one person is ready to communicate. I feel like there's been at least one person that's had like major realizations and like wants to just burst through with that energy. I mean, the Page of Wands is really this like fiery, excited energy, and I feel like there's someone here that really that sees now. The clarity card is boundless possibilities, and I see this look, if you can see, this little boy is standing at a cliff at the precipice, and you can see this figure. It's a feminine figure behind him, and I feel like now that this person has had a moment to like maybe connect to their inner child and see that, you know, they were bringing in a lot of that inner child's wounding into this relationship, that now they see the limitless possibilities of what can happen within this union, okay? So, you know, I've been talking a lot about how just because you see, you know, like if you've broken up with somebody and, you know, you see all these little signs about them, the chances that you have unfinished business with what you projected onto them is really high. It doesn't always mean that you have to be together. But I feel like there's also this undeniable connection sometimes with people. And whether it's about coming back together to have a clarity conversation, which I also am a very firm believer that sometimes closure is unnecessary when there is clarity. But in some cases, you know, maybe you guys didn't break up. You just left kind of things open-ended, and it was like a need for a break. The tension was getting too much within the relationship. So for you, I would say that communication is being called for here, and the need to take off the masks and to really talk about your fears, to be very vulnerable, okay, in your communication. You know, I've really been playing on these fears. My thoughts have really been taking me over here and over there. Oh my God, really? Because me too. Okay, it's just like a really vulnerable, like honest communication. Anything that was hidden needs to come out to the light. There needs to be honesty here. There's no way this is going to move forward if there's no honesty and there's no vulnerability. communication is very, very big within this relationship that I'm seeing in this reading today. So I hope that helped.